exciting stuff. We have, if you like what you see tonight and you want to get involved with Masque Gown Student Theater at Bowdoin, we have an email list that you can sign up for outside. Please feel free to talk to me or anybody you see in the show or anybody whose name you see in the program. Follow Masque Gown on Instagram. We're doing a musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, with auditions this Monday. Hope to see you all there. And we're also recruiting a pit band, so if you play an instrument, come talk to me. We want to offer a special thanks to the Bowdoin Chemistry Department for loaning us their chalkboard. Finally, the most important thing that you need to know is how to vote. Because, as you all know, the one-acts are actually a competition, and you, the audience, determine which playwright will win a $100 prize. I'm not kidding. So if you'll turn to the alien side of your program, you see this little ballot here with a one for you to circle. As you're leaving, there will be ushers standing with pencils. Grab a pencil, circle one, hand it right back to the usher because we only have 5. And then you give your program to the usher at the door on your way out. The order of the show that's listed here is the order that they will be performed in if you don't know what their names are. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
I never thought that after 3 years of drama school, I'd end up working as a mortician. There's something has to pay the bills, right? Wow, look at those lush Italian eyebrows. That shows up a little bit. Crazy how little training they give you on the job here. I mean, they really throw you into the thick of it from day one. Try to emulate those Gillette commercials as much as possible. Very firm pressure. Super long strokes. Sideways? Right. I got this. I mean, it's fine. You won't tell the difference anyways. Okay. Here goes nothing. How sharp is this thing? He looks like Lord Voldemort. Brows not on fleek. Shit. What do I do? Is this normal? I just probably can't see it like this. Should I? Shit! Should I call my boss? Hi, boss. So, I heard this noise. Something startled me. My hand slipped and I got scared in the eyebrow. Go on. Oh, God.
Claire, English, please. Talk to me.
It's okay. It's fine. I know it's only my first day on the job, but I seem to have run into a bit of a situation here. I was cleaning Mr. Ed's face to get ready to shave him for his casket funeral tomorrow, and I heard a noise. Yeah, it seems that I may have nicked him on the brow a bit. Nothing major, just a little blemish that might be unsightly for his family tomorrow. Are there any protocols in place for lacerations like this? Should I get in touch with his family just to let them know?
Christ, Claire. What noise could you possibly have heard? You work in a room packed with dead bodies. Have you ever shaved before? How bad is the cut?
It's bad. It's really bad. I think I can fix it by tomorrow, maybe.
Just tell me straight, Claire.
I cayued him, boss.
Oh, Jesus! We cannot lose these clients. They have 4 relatives in hospice care right now. Let me think.
Hold on a second. I'm getting the call.
Hello? Is this Wang and Son's mortuary?
Hi, yes, this is Claire speaking. How can I help you?
Hello, Claire. My father's funeral is tomorrow, and I'm dropping off the suit that he'll be wearing during the open casket portion.
Excellent. What's your father's name?
Mr. Ed.
Yes, Mr. Ed is actually working on him right now. Can I put you on hold for a second? Excuse me, sorry. Hi, boss. Mr. Ed's son is coming to bring his dad's suit for tomorrow. What do I do?
What? When is he coming? Stall as long as possible when we try to find a solution to this. So far, the best I've found is hiring a taxidermist or employing a stick-on mustache. You have to keep the sun out of our hair as long as possible. Stay calm. Don't do anything that could raise any eyebrows.
Okay, I'll let him know. Hi, sir. Sorry for the long wait. Do you know what time you'll be coming by to drop off the suit by any chance? Maybe sometime later this afternoon? You know, if you wanted to come by and drop it off after hours, that really wouldn't be an inconvenience. You could just slip it into the mail slot and I can put it on Mr. Ed tomorrow. You won't be here for a few hours at the very least, right?
Oh, Claire, I'm outside.
What am I supposed to do now? I'm all alone on my first day. I have to have a dead body. He won't ask to see his father's corpse, right? Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. Excellent pursuit. Let me take that, and we are all good here. Thank you again for coming. Your father's coming along quite well for tomorrow's proceedings. I'm sure you want to get home and get some rest for the big day. You'll be leaving now. I have to go back to work too.
Wouldn't you mind if I took a look at my father?
Don't you want to wait until tomorrow? Besides, he's a bit underdressed and...
Claire, he would have wanted me to see him here today. Would you please show me him?
I told him he's underdressed. Do you want to see your dead dad's penis? Is that what you
Claire, just show me his body.
Fine, you asked for it.
Christ, Claire, stop it! That's not the part I was curious about. Just show me his face.
Fine. It's all good. It's only a small neck. I want to dress it. He won't notice a thing, right?
What the hell is wrong with him? Was this you? How did you even do this? Did you wax him? Oh, Jesus, he's been saying that he's wanted an open casket for years, but I think he expected the family to see their beloved Mr. Ed, not the hairless wonder.
Eyebrow transplant?
Claire, enough with the jokes. The service is tomorrow. This means a lot. My father was a deeply religious man. My father had a very challenging childhood. He grew up as a migrant farmer, moving with the seasons from Oklahoma to California, following the crops with his family just to make enough money. Steinbeck
actually wrote The Grapes of Wrath on one of the farms he worked on in the 30s. He always loved that story. Back in that day, boys didn't graduate from high school. They started the day they started 16. But my grandfather was a wise man, and he encouraged my father to graduate from high school with his high school diploma, even as the family bounced around a handful of different towns as we moved with the seasons. And eventually, he graduated, and a college recruiter approached him and offered him a full scholarship to a college in Bakersfield, California. Now, my father was challenged by that decision. Going to school would mean he would have to move away from his family, while having to hold down a full-time job in order to pay for room and board, while having to send checks back to the family as well. But Ed always had faith in God. He trusted that the Lord would lead him in the right way. So he took the scholarship and started attending classes while working 80 hours a week bagging groceries in the supermarket. Never intended to get his degree. But never losing faith in God either. This was always my favorite part of the story. He always told it best. He would say, you know, I stayed around this place long enough to realize I could graduate. And before long, I met this beautiful woman, and she just kept me coming back. I would go to classes, but I was really there to eat with her in the cafeteria, see her between lectures, and just enjoy her company in general. And before long, I realized, you know, I could graduate from this place. All I need to do is take 6 credits over the summer and take on a tough course load in the fall. And that's what he did. My father graduated with a degree in biomathematics and a beautiful wife. Always thanking God for leading him down the special path. And the day he graduated, another man approached him and asked him if he would be interested in teaching high school. My father, being the faithful man that he was, just kept saying yes. And that's how my father taught high school for over 35 years and became one of the most beloved teachers Bakersfield has ever had. And eventually, he got married, had 6 children, the oldest of which was me. But God gave Ed another chance to move on. So Ed packed his bags and followed his wife to a small town in Hawaii, where he opened a jam store, selling jars to tourists and telling them the stories of his life. Man, he would lure them in with his delicious preserves, captivate them with the tales of his journey, and how God held his hand along the entire way.
What an amazing life. Your dad must have been so connected to his faith. He really did come from nothing.
Oh, he faced his challenges. He always told me that God rewarded him, that God also tested him. There were times when he was afraid, scared, and couldn't see how the path that God put him on would lead him on to happiness and prosperity in the end. But he never doubted his faith. And God always led him to what was right. He lived a life, a full life. A life full of God and full of joy and passion. That's what my dad really believed in. Those lessons. He instilled those values and beliefs onto me. And eventually, he got through it.
Oh my fucking God, I just made the last profit. I don't know how we can fix this.
Wait. Maybe there is something we can do.
Dr. Wright?
Let's just give it a shot. My father would have wanted you to have a second chance anyway. Please. For us.
Okay. I'll try.
Stop it! What are you doing? Has anyone ever teach you how to use a razor before? Of course you cut him up like that. You look like an Australian bushwhacker handling that thing. Did anyone ever teach you how to shave before? I remember. I was only 7 years old. We were always a pretty hairy family. With the grain, he would say. Gentle, smooth strokes. Let the razor do the work. It is only befitting that I get to use him as a model as I pass these lessons on to you. Here, let me show you. Contract someone? Maybe hire a stunt double. Maybe hire a stunt double for the funeral.
Well, your family think. It's so awful. Your father. He must be so devastated, Pete.
Wait. Claire. I think you figured it out. Maybe there's nothing we can do. And we should be fine with that. We paint ourselves so much with these services and rituals. I mean, look at us. Both covered in whatever this is. What my dad really cared about were those lessons and beliefs that in God, and understanding that in trust in Him, we would be led down the right path no matter what. This body, this heinously distorted wonderland, is just a vessel. And this funeral is just another way to remember Him. What I really should have been caring about are the memories of my father. The services should be about his legacy, not his body.
You mean turning your dad to Cunliffe is like lying you?
Yes, I was always resistant to his faith, hesitant about his dogma. But now I understand. Now I can see that this funeral should be a vessel for us to remember him. We should burn the corpse.
What will your family think? The funeral. Are you sure?
I'll tell them what I told you. This was never about the body. This was about understanding. What I realize now is that we can take care of this on our own. We should cremate the body together.
What do you say?
burn the place down?
Won't fire a long time. Mom hasn't seen the boys since Thanksgiving. She'll keep talking into the night. Every detail of Sam and Laura fits great about when they're finally gonna get engaged. Every addition and subtraction Jake's done in school.
If we're lucky, they'll run out of photo albums, and maybe we'll beat the sunrise to bed. You know she means well, and it's good to see Jacob. Been too long. He's grown. January, for Christ's sake. Season's over. The number of times I told him not to hunt on our land. I'll call him in this time, see if I don't.
I know, Pop. The sheriff wants you again. Sounds like they're on the river. I'm sick of being cooped up indoors. The house feels small all the time. Let's go down there. I cut a trail the other day. It's not too cold. He's right today.
Your mama might miss us.
She's got her boys to worry about and a grandchild to pass over the sky all right now. She wouldn't notice. Come on. Do you want to listen to a thick one chord Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Is the moon full tonight?
Close to it. Do you and Sam talk much?
Do Sam and anybody talk much? A cow's a better conversationalist. No. He doesn't come to me with anything. Used to sometimes when we were kids, but that was a long time ago.
Just seems like this son of mine's a stranger. I don't ever know what he's thinking. It's like he's not here even when he is.
Being out here. Growing up here, it was always harder for him than Jake. You know that. All this empty space, and there's movies an hour's drive away. The work, the winter, this wood. It's no one's fault, but I just never felt anything for it. I'm the way that's stuck.
Not like you.
Not like you, right? You're never happier than when you're out of here and quiet. It's a house for you. Your bones were built for it, and it just wasn't like that for him. I think he always felt like a little bit like he'd already lost his.
I know his life is somewhere else, and it's not that I mind. I just don't think he's happy.
I know, Pa, but some wood you can whittle is just built a little differently. Just to figure out what happiness looks like on his own. Pa, we don't talk like we used to. It's been ages since we sat up like we're doing tonight with the boys, all of us just talking. And you tell the stories. Stories and stories. Mom would beg you to be quiet. I mean, Johnny Appleseed and Barry Crosses buried in the foothills and the ghost of the old granary. And or the time that your brother shoved you in a flour barrel and you scared Grandma half to death. I mean, that used to be every night. Now, unless you want to know about Sam or where the jam jar.
For bedtime stories. The kids haven't needed one of those in years. Nobody ever listened to them anyhow.
Pa,
You cut it through the dogwoods for him. Won't be able to see a thing in spring.
the fence back east, Pa, I don't.
I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I told you it cuts back east.
good girl, and I know. I just don't think you love her.
What, you think I'm a liar?
No, it's not that. I just think you got it mixed up. I think you're young and you wanted a way out of this place, a way to be somebody new. And maybe you felt trapped by me, by us, but and somebody came along and told you some new kind of story, and she's from the city you were always daydreaming about, and she's got her way with words, and you've always hung on to the brightest star. Believe my old tall tales. And you wanted something shiny and bright, and not this old place, not our old ways, but I know who you are, Retta. You're my girl, the girl I raised, and but I all this fool business trying to be what you ain't, it won't do any good.
Okay, really? A tall tale? A shiny new story? Jesus, Pa, James not even from Brooklyn. I mean, her mama sells chicken, for Christ's sake. I mean, you're right. You did raise me, and you raised a girl with her feet on the ground, all right, in this dirt, and you raised me to be better than to pretend to be what I'm not. I'm 20 years old. I'm not mixed up. And I'm not, I don't know, some kid who thinks that the sky is purple because the girl from the city told me so. Jesus, if I was, trying to fake being special, there are ways a whole lot damn easier than this. Because I'll tell you about Jane, about me. Telling you was the hardest thing. Or at least I thought it would be the hardest thing. Turns out it's the way that you look at me after that I really can't take.
No.
No?
You don't know what that is.
Look,
Got it wrong.
I don't.
Somebody's fooling you, right? It ain't like that for people like us.
What? Jane, she's fooling me? And what the hell is people like us?
That's not what I meant. She's a good girl. I just think.
You just don't believe she loves me.
No, I don't believe you love her. Maybe you want her, but love ain't like that. Love takes more than that.
Think I don't know that? I've got all the love in the world to look at. Alright, you and Mama and Pop and Nana and Jacob and Anna, Sam and Laura, fucking every story ever told, and you think I don't know the difference? There's enough in this world who don't, enough people in this town who don't. But I know the difference. God, you raised me to know the difference. I mean, want is it's killing deer in the middle of the night because you feel like it. Want is cheap magazine pages and lipstick and God, smiles that crumble. Okay, want doesn't outlast the winter. Been in love for 3 seasons now, Pa. None of them summer. None of it easy.
3 seasons? You think that means it's set in stone? Look at this forest, this trail will look like in 3 seasons? You won't even recognize what it's become.
Because I'm mixed up? Because I'm trying to be something I'm not? Because I'm just an idiot, right? A gullible, unreliable, ungrateful girl who kind of packed through the dogwoods, right? Right.
No, because you're young and you're still building things you can leave quick as blinking.
God, it was so blank. The bloom comes in the spring and it's all gone. Jesus. I'll freaking cut a house. I'll build a house for the branches, all right? I'll put the blossoms in all the jars and I'll live there with Jane, okay? Us and our mixed up love, and you won't have to look at it anymore.
Every day when you were a little girl, it was New York City, Boston, Chicago, all the things we couldn't get here. And you could live without worrying there. It'd be easy there for you girls.
It won't be here.
It will never be easy. This place don't change. That's its blessing, that's its curse.
No. I can't change either. Remember my old wishes, but life isn't a story I'm spinning, and it's not something I can choose.
I can hear the river now. Wasn't an easy walk though.
Easy, just a little rough. Leave the dogwoods and the rooms bang, but let that house receive.
Understand? want company in that house, if you want to hear those old stories again. You're my girl, and if you say you love her, I guess you do. I know you know the difference.
I'm just gonna
I don't know what to say.
just dry as
Salt River. Thought I knew it so well. There's something about the winter light.
Can I get back? All of this. We can take the short way back down there. And the Ryan's around Cunliffe.
Cut its strength, but I guess I ought to know by now. One way or another, you'll get where you're going.
Learn from me. Come on. Go back. Fire will be warm and we'll talk like we used to.
Can't see the way now. You show me. Let's begin now.
Aliens want to know why we're worth their time. The aliens want to know why we're worth their time.
Excuse me, sir?
Aliens would like a reason to save us from the oncoming decimation of our planet.
A single reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking us? Have you shown them the Voyager's phone record?
They aren't interested.
But Carl said
You
it!
can't keep justifying every inadequacy of this organization with Carl Sagan's namesake. And don't bother mentioning the recent message of 1974. That was just a reason for us to brag about our technology, which at this point, it's pretty clear which party is technologically superior.
Sir, what do the aliens want from us?
It's not like they're going to spell it out for us. Don't be so naive. But if I were to think of something, probably be some admission of guilt. Like something very sincere.
According to the Communication with Extraterrestrial Intelligence branch of NASA, worldwide scientific, political, and humanitarian discussion must occur before any message is sent. Should I get statements from world leaders?
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, first of all, that protocol was written 35 years ago. Second of all, anything the world leaders could say or do would only worsen the situation. You know, they actually had the power to do something when Earth needed them to.
Oh, right. Sorry, sir.
It'd probably be best if you didn't just rattle off any little thought that came to mind.
Well,
We could survey the board. How would I phrase it?
well,
In a last-ditch effort to save planet Earth, the aliens have a carbon sequestering technology that they're willing to give to us. But because they either have a cruel sense of humor or we actually are a morally abhorrent race, they would like a reason to give it to us. What the hell is even the point? Let's start from scratch. You retrieve the brain board. What's something we know everyone loves?
talking animals, sir.
I actually really like where this is going.
I can't take this anymore! Watching this makes me want to set myself on fire.
Is this really what the world has come to? Like nearly every important decision in modern human history, all we have is some useless man and his assistant. Now how is that fair? You all know what I'm talking about.
Talking animals!
Oh my God! This isn't about entertainment. We're the president of NASA. We came to you because we're the most qualified to be handling the situation.
Who is she? How did she get in here?
I'm an alien.
Honestly, I always expected aliens to look more like jellyfish. After all, they predate dinosaurs going back nearly 700 million years. They are also the only known animals to beat mortality, as their cells deteriorate when they're under stress and in turn spawn brand new
Really? Popularized depictions seem to indicate aliens have human bodies, but with cranial deformations and giant big gaping holes in their faces for eyes.
Kind of like this dog?
Actually, just like that.
Okay, I'm not interested. Can we move on?
Made contact. Our lives work.
I never thought this day would come. I can't even tell you how many nights I spent as a girl looking at the sky hoping for this.
Junior, I think this calls for a celebratory drink.
What is that stuff?
All right. No wonder you aliens have it together so much. Alcohol. Impairs your senses? Numbs your existential dread, you know? So, you're the one who sent the message.
Yes. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to us here on Earth. What? Gosh.
What? It's nothing. I mean, okay. I guess I'm just a little surprised that you're here all on your own with your own agenda.
What's that supposed to mean?
Doc doesn't mean because you're a woman or anything. It's
I win! In general, actually. We now dedicate our energies for helping neighboring planets.
that struggle.
So you're telling me there are even more aliens?
Anyways, I came here to tell you in person that I can't give you technology based on what I've seen here. I had high hopes for Earth with your art and cultural diversity and natural wonders, but I just can't give you technology knowing full well that your species is so focused on immediate validation and personal successes that you fail to see the big picture.
Well, she did say there are more aliens, so let's get back to work. I'm sure this opportunity will arise again. I liked where we were going with the talking animals.
Left the party a bit early, it seems.
Writing.
They're just about to bring out your fruitcake, I think.
Writing.
They're all talking about you upstairs, you know.
Do you have a calendar on you?
I have my phone.
Does it have a calendar?
I think so. But I don't know how to use it.
You're gonna have to figure out how to use it. Then, once that's complete, I'd like you to mark today, the date and time, should be easy as it's Christmas, as the 153rd time you've interrupted my train of thought in the past year. Now, how can I help you?
Come on, Marlene. Do you really hate me that much?
No, of course not. You're actually my favorite son-in-law.
Oh. Well, that's actually kind... Hey! Don't pull that nice grandma act on me. I'm your only son-in-law.
You know what? You're right. You're actually my least favorite son-in-law. Now get me a drink and have a seat.
So, I have But this is not about the obituaries. Although I don't remember if I told you, but I'm running for obituary writer of the county this year.
You did tell me. And as your informal editor, you're welcome.
Thank you, yes. But I didn't need your help for everything. The Jenny Roberts one? So good, one of the best in my portfolio. I didn't even run that one by you before it got published.
Is that the one where you said something like, her bright, beautiful green eyes radiated like a hot silver Subaru in the parking lot of an amusement park in the summer?
Poetry, that's what that was.
But her eyes weren't even green. And she was blind. Seems a little off the mark, don't you think?
People don't care about those details. They care about my details.
You made up facts about an obituary you were commissioned to write. What does her family think about those details?
I don't know. I don't think she had a family. She was old and unmarried. Also, I did not make anything up. I just embellished some information, added some imagery, you know? And by the way, it paid off when I got first dibs at the estate sale. Me and the boys down at the funeral home, pretty tight now. Just goes to show what a little schmoozing will get you around there.
Wonderful.
Actually, that's why I came down here. Well, this is.
And what is that?
Found it at an estate sale. Belonged to some old scientist man. No one wanted it. They gave it to me for free.
And why is it worth interrupting my work?
The potential. I mean, just look at it. Belonged to a scientist, a real scientist. He probably knew so much knowledge. I can feel the genius even from here. Just imagine all the equations, all the hexagons.
90% of this are grocery lists.
Probably for all his experiments.
I still don't understand why you wanted this. Oh, you can't be serious. No, I don't think it would work.
But this is, I can picture it. Well, an abstract picture, but I can imagine it broadly. I don't have all the details yet.
Don't say it.
This is finally my chance. My humble beginnings of obituary writing have all led to this. My big moment.
Don't say it.
My autobiography.
Come on, Jude. We've talked about this before. You're not ready and not qualified.
The story of me finding this book, the mystery of it all, its relation to life, metaphors.
How would this even be about?
A struggling local writer stumbles upon a book with so much untapped potential. Two lives intertwined but never physically meeting. Exploring myself through exploring someone else.
But you're not struggling. You're happily married, you have great kids, you're miraculously wealthy from all those lottery wins. I don't want my grandkids growing up with a crazy father known for making stuff up about a scientist. You don't have to be that, Jude.
It's not about the fame, I told you. It's about exploring myself. I mean, maybe it would be well received, but I wouldn't be able to help that. You know, first of all, it's just a book. But, you know, if someone writes a screenplay, and then wins an Oscar, and then maybe someone goes on to write a stage play from it, then I wouldn't be able to control any of that. I just need to put the ideas out there, you know?
Out where? Why does everyone out there have to explore you with you? Do you even know everyone?
Maybe I should ask this balsa wood what it's like to know everyone. What it's like to be known as America's most beloved balsa wood hoarder clown.
I don't think so.
Just look at all this balsa wood, given to you by celebrities, fans, world leaders, people who know you.
People who know of me. I don't think any of these people actually know me.
Well, in the matter of this autobiography, I call the Council of Authority Figures to order.
So be it. I call the Council of Mentors and Authority Figures to vote on whether or not Jupe should somehow adopt this scientist book into an autobiography.
Point of order. Biased statement.
Sustained.
So be it. Informal editor, Marlene.
Yay. I vote write the autobiography.
Informal life coach, Marlene.
Nay.
And finally, the chair of the committee, formal mother-in-law, Marlene.
Don't write it. This concludes the meeting of the Council of Mentors and Authority Figures.
Estate, sale, book.
What?
That would have been the name of my autobiography. I just came up with it. They would have written it on my tombstone.
Come on, Jude. Even you have to admit that's a little uninspired. I'm doing this for you. Believe me. You're 34 years old. You've got decades to build your legacy. By the time I was your age, I was
Famous, universally loved, critically acclaimed.
locked in place. Do you really want to ask all this balsa wood what it's like? What it's like to be known for just one thing?
Yeah, I kind of would like to ask.
Then go ahead.
A piece of balsa wood signed by Robert De Niro. What's it like to be a famous actor at 34 years old?
Hi, piece of balsa wood signed by the cast of Dirty Grandpa. What's it like spending 50 years typecast as a balsa wood hoarder clown? Oh, that? How strange.
A piece of balsa wood signed by the casts of both Cheers and Frasier. What's it like knowing you'll die remembered?
Hi, piece of balsa wood signed by some random creepy guy. What's it like? Always wanting but knowing it will never take off because they won't take you seriously.
A piece of balsa wood covered in real diamonds. What's it like casting the shadow that everyone else lives in?
Hi, piece of balsa wood used to make a splinter-filled dress worn at the 76th Academy Awards. What's it like having a daughter too embarrassed to look you in the eye? Even on Christmas, the one time of year she comes to visit you at your house right down the street.
Why do you keep all this wood?
I want to make something. I want to do something myself. But balsa wood is too light to make anything significant. So I keep it here to remind myself why I write.
Why do you write?
Do you even know what I write? You've seen me down here hundreds of times, and I don't think you've ever once asked me.
Well, now I feel like I have to ask.
No, you don't. You can, but you don't have to. Do you want to know?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. It's a slice of life. Real slice of life. There's no conflict mostly. Sometimes my characters get hungry, but then they go eat. It's about a family, and they live in a house. Long stretches of uninterrupted silence, them just sitting, that kind of thing. It's comfortable.
Is there an ending?
It will end when I stop, but without a conclusion, most likely.
Poetic.
Why is everything poetic? Are your embellished obituaries poetry?
This is going to sound fake, but I am not lying here. I'm a self-made man who got rich winning 57 lotteries and counting. But I didn't do it alone.
Am I gonna have to report you for something?
The birthdays. I started choosing all these random birthdays from dead people I'd never met, and they've won every lottery I've ever entered. It's like there's a fate or something. And that's how I know that life is poetic and poetry is real. What are you doing?
Is that poetry? Here, you
can't do it.
Let it go. Goodbye, Dolly Parton.
Okay, I guess goodbye, Ryan Seacrest.
Goodbye, Pope Francis.
Goodbye, Stranger Things kids.
Now eat the notebook. You want an easy way to be famous? There's no such thing. If you really want this, you have to commit to more than just an idea. At the height of my career, I was taking 2 to 3 trips down to Ecuador a week, cutting down dozens of trees. I would wake up at 2 a.m. to be back in the studio by the afternoon with enough balsa wood to survive another day in Hollywood. If you really want this book to define you, you need to really internalize it. You will never be able to separate yourself from it. It will become a part of you. So I'm not going to say it again. Eat the notebook.
I can't do it.
So be it.
Just imagine all the poisonous chemicals that have touched these pages.
Everything comes with a trade-off. Do you think they knew about cancer being caused by sawdust when I was cutting down all those trees? They're already planning my funeral. And they're saying my tombstone should be made of balsa wood. Can you believe that? That weak wood wouldn't last a month outside.
I'm sorry, Marlene, but your experience does seem oddly specific.
If it's not balsa wood, then it's something else. You spent so much time asking how to become famous. You haven't really asked if you even want to be. Sure, say this book somehow becomes a bestseller. You'll be known as a science writer man your entire life. Maybe you want that, but what are you going to do when they come to you asking you to advise NASA? Do you even know how to do that? Do you want to go to Mars? Have you seen gravity? Do you want to fly in space?
No, I don't want that.
Then embrace normality. Continue writing obituaries. You're getting good at them. Maybe you'll be writing mine one day.
Marlene,
Mm-hmm.
should I work a day job for the rest of my life?
Yes, I think so.
All right, if that's what you think. You have never misled me. Thank you.
Thank you for helping me get rid of some of this balsa wood.
Goodbye.